Welcome to part 1 of my 6-part challenge, building a business from scratch using a proven method, starting with the idea. And before I forget it, the goal of this series is to give you a framework on how to start any business idea. And I'll try to make it as practical as possible by sharing with you the journey. It all started last Friday. I was sitting at my desk early in the morning working on my side hustles. Then as my routine goes, at 7 AM I wanted a cup of Turkish coffee. I reached for what I had in the cupboard and was shocked to realize that nothing was left. I even woke my wife up to ask her if we don't have any coffee left at any other spot. She said that I had to look over the fridge in the cupboard. I was so happy, ran towards it, opened the cupboard and was shocked again. We didn't have any of my favorite mocha, instead we had the final boss for every Turk at home. Kuru kahveci Mehmet Efendi. This is the so-called leader in the game right now. And to be honest, I hate the taste. Nevertheless, I thought, let's give it a shot as I had no alternatives at the moment. As soon as I opened the box, the roasted smell set up for no good. I prepared the mocha, took a sip, and it was a straight punch in my face. Because actually it's more roast than taste. For that reason I didn't like Turkish mocha for years. Until one day I was sitting in a small cafe in my summer vacation in the heart of Turkey. I experienced a very light, fluffy mocha with a bright tone. Since then I'm visiting that place and buy my yearly package. The owner loves me. So the idea for this series we are going to tackle is to create a coffee which has this light, fluffy mocha taste. Because I believe that this actually solves a problem in the market. Now it's time to get more strategic and evaluate if this business idea is a win or lose. First, it solves my personal pain, plus I know family and friends who had the same issue over the years. Everyone I know says, Turkish mocha, that's too strong for me. To be honest, I was facing a problem but never thought in terms of business on how to solve it. I think it was too obvious for me to realize it. And here's a lesson for you. As some of you may know that I'm running businesses in tech, consulting and cleaning service, just guess which makes the most money. It's the cleaning service, a non-fancy business. And I've got the same realization when the Turkish mocha idea finally came to mind. Money-making businesses don't have to be fancy tech stuff. Actually, it's much simpler to go to a traditional market with an innovative mindset to mix things up. Second, the idea has potential because there is a gap in the market. We've seen waves of coffee trends go viral. Iced coffee, nitro, matcha, even mushroom coffee. So by highlighting these products, which are kinda in the same space, we have proof that it actually works. Because they were all different, had a different story, and all succeeded. And yet, Turkish coffee, one of the oldest traditions in the world, is barely in the conversation. Because believe me, no one in the mass market delivers a quality taste. No brand has made it modern, visually appealing and content friendly. That's why I believe BOSCO has a shot. By the way, this will be your brand name, BOSCO. It ends with the CO letters, which stands for collector. It should represent our community here on YouTube and this 6-part challenge. So this will be a journey we'll undergo together. I'm thinking of more videos like this, not only on coffee but other business ideas that I try to build up. That way you get part of the journey and learn from the mistakes I do in the process. Let me know in the comments if you would be interested in these type of videos. Let's come from the gap in the market to a rough sales strategy. From my point of view, it's quite promising because it checks all the boxes. So first, you can work with different packaging sizes to hook clients. You can work with different flavors so you can create product variations. And third, you can also think of bundles to sell, because Turkish coffee is made with a thing called cezve, I don't know the English name for that, and it's served in special cups. Those are all things you can add to a bundle. Fourth, maybe the most important thing, you can make use of today's technology. I don't mean this point in terms of e-commerce, I mean it more like social commerce, which is on the rise and stands for the mix between social media and e-commerce. And at the end of the day, if it all goes wrong, I will solve my own pain. So even if I don't sell anything, I'll drink it myself. Okay, until now we've talked about the idea and gave rough assumptions, right? Next, we need to validate all of it. Doing this manually is so time consuming, but fortunately I have an AI assistant in place. I've built this through automation tools which answers my questions with ease. Plus it prepares a document for me just to read through. With just a few clicks, it does all the relevant business analysis. If you're interested in how I did set this up, check this video over here. What are now the next steps? Well, failing multiple businesses myself and succeeding with some, I understand that time to market is everything. LinkedIn founder Reid Hoffman said, if you are not embarrassed by the first version of your product, you've launched too late. Therefore, my goal is to get a prototype as fast as possible to test my idea of the Turkish coffee. Also, I'd love to hear from you guys. Do you think that this Turkish coffee idea has real potential? Or would you approach some things differently? I read through every comment and might even feature some of your ideas in the next video. And if you are thinking launching your own product, try to apply the framework I shared with you in this video. It works way better than waiting for the perfect idea, because that will never come. In the second part of the series, I'll show you how I source suppliers, calculating the prices, and getting all the necessary but boring documents in place. If you're serious about business, don't miss it. As always, thanks for watching, see you in the next one, bye.